Welcome back to RF Coins, today the ultimate destination for rare coins, hidden treasures, and mind-blowing coin values. If you're a coin lover, collector, or just someone who found a shiny penny in their change and wants to know if it's worth a fortune, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the 1986 Lincoln penny, a coin many people overlook, but one that just might be hiding a value you won't believe. This isn't just any ordinary coin. The 1986 Lincoln penny could be sitting in your pocket, hiding in an old coin jar, or even resting in a drawer, and it might be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition, rarity, and mint mark. In this video, we'll cover the full history, value, rarities, and most importantly, the current market price, reaching up to $898.042 for some rare varieties. So don't go anywhere, let's get into it. Let's rewind the clock. The Lincoln penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909, honoring the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. But fast forward to 1986, and we see something interesting happening in the world of coinage. By this time, the composition of the penny had changed. Before 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper, but due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint switched to 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. However, in 1986, some leftover copper planchets might have been struck by mistake, creating rare error coins that are now worth a fortune. The 1986 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Now here's the golden truth: not all 1986 pennies are the same. Some are extremely rare and collectible, especially if they were struck with errors or have a special grade. Rare varieties and errors to look for. So, what makes a 1986 Lincoln penny worth more than face value? Here are the top rare varieties and errors to look for. Double die obverse, DDO. Check Lincoln's face, the word liberty, and the date, 1986. If the letters appear doubled, you might be holding a double die penny worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Off-center strikes. If the penny wasn't struck perfectly in the center, especially if it's more than 10% off and still shows the full date, collectors go crazy for these. Prices can soar depending on how dramatic the error is. Copper planchet errors. Most 1986 pennies were made with zinc, but if you find one accidentally struck on a leftover copper planchet, it could be worth over $10,000 depending on condition and weight. Clipped planchet. A penny that's missing a chunk due to a miscut planchet is considered an error and can easily fetch $50 to $500. High-grade MS and proof coins. A regular 1986 penny in circulated condition might only be worth a cent. But one that grades MS 67 or higher can command hundreds of dollars from collectors, especially if it's red in color with no marks. Market value. How much is your 1986 penny worth today? Now the big question. How much is a 1986 Lincoln penny worth right now? Here's a breakdown. Circulated condition, typically 1 to 5 cents. Not bad, but not valuable, unless it has errors. MS 60 to MS 64, mint state $2 to $10 depending on the mint mark. MS 65 red, between $15 and $40. MS 67 red, between $100 to $500. Error coins, like off-center or double die, $100 to $5,000 plus copper planchet error. $10,000 and up. Proof coins from San Francisco, S, in PR 69 or PR 70 deep cameo, between $20 and $300 plus. But here's the shocker. Certain 1986 Lincoln pennies have sold for up to $898.042 at high-end auctions. That's right, one coin, one penny, almost $1 million sale. These were ultra-rare, possibly struck on copper planchets with pristine quality and deep historical importance. How to check if your penny is valuable? You might be wondering, how do I know if my 1986 penny is special? Here's what to do. Check the weight, use a digital scale. Copper pennies weigh around 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If your 1986 penny weighs over 3 grams, you might be holding a copper error. Use a magnifying glass, look closely for any doubling, off-center strike, or other error. Check the color. Red uncirculated coins are worth more than brown ones. Use online auction sites and coin grading guides to compare yours. consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A coin in a certified holder with a high grade always fetches a higher price, where TOs sell and buy 1986 Lincoln pennies. If you've got a rare 1986 Lincoln penny, or you're looking to buy one, here's where you can go: eBay and heritage auctions. You'll find thousands of real-world sales examples here, local coin dealers, coin shows and expos, online collector forums, but make sure you do your research. Don't just give away a rare coin for pennies. Closing thoughts: so the next time you're handed a penny, look twice. That little copper coin might be more than spare change, it could be your next big payday. The 1986 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American history that could be worth up to $898.042. Whether you're a beginner or an expert collector, the world of coins is filled with hidden treasures. And here at RF Coins, we're dedicated to uncovering them one coin at a time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. If you found an interesting penny or want us to review your coin, drop a comment below. We love hearing from fellow collectors. This is RF Coins, your #1 source for rare coins, hidden gems, and real coin values. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep checking your change. Outro music plus visuals of shining 1986 penny. Today, we're diving deep into the world of a coin that often goes unnoticed, the 1993 Lincoln penny. Yes, the humble 1-cent coin from 1993. But don't be fooled by its small size. This coin has a fascinating history, some rare varieties, and in the right condition, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the current collector's market. So, grab your coin jar and take a close look, because that one penny sitting quietly in your drawer might be worth a fortune. Segment 1: The history of the 1993 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for more than a century. First introduced in 1909, it was created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Fast forward to 1993, the year we are focusing on today. By this time, the Lincoln Memorial reverse design had already been used for over 3 decades, having replaced the wheat ears in 1959. The obverse still featured the same classic portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse showed the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. In 1993, the United States Mint struck the Lincoln penny in zinc with a thin copper plating, a standard since 1982. These coins were mass-produced, yes, but not all of them are created equal. Certain coins from this year, under the right conditions, can be exceptionally rare and valuable. Segment 2: Mint locations and mintages. In 1993, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint, No Mint Mark; Denver Mint, D Mint Mark; San Francisco Mint, S Mint Mark. Proof coins only. Here's the breakdown: Philadelphia, over 5.6 billion coins; Denver, over 6.4 billion coins; San Francisco, proof around 3 million coins. At first glance, those are massive numbers, and you might think, how can any of these be rare? But keep watching, because we're about to reveal some game-changing varieties and errors that collectors pay a high premium for. Segment 3: Key varieties and rare errors. Some of the most valuable 1993 Lincoln pennies are those that were struck with errors or unusual die varieties. Here are a few to look out for. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the words, Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date, 1993, under magnification. If you see any doubling of the letters or numbers, you might have a double die penny. These errors can fetch $50 to $500 or more, depending on the severity and condition. Point 2. Off-center strikes. If your penny appears misaligned or has part of the design missing due to an off-center strike, you're holding something valuable. Off-center 1993 pennies can sell for $100 to $300, and even more if the date is fully visible. Point 3. Clipped planchet. Some 1993 pennies were struck on improperly cut blanks, causing a visible clip on the edge of the coin. These are rare and highly collectible, sometimes valued up to $200.40. Transitional errors. Very rarely, a 1993 penny might have been struck on a leftover copper planchet instead of the normal zinc/copper-plated ones. If you believe you have a heavy 1993 penny that feels or sounds different, it could be a transitional error worth thousands. Professional grading and metal testing would be essential to confirm this kind of error, but it's absolutely worth checking. Segment 4, Current Market Value. Now let's talk about money. The current market value of these 1993 Lincoln pennies in 2025.4 standard circulation pennies. In circulated condition, most 1993 pennies are worth just face value. In uncirculated, mint state, condition, especially MS 65 or higher, these coins can fetch between $5 to $25. High-grade proof coins from San Francisco in PR 69 or PR 70 condition can sell for $40 to $100, sometimes even more if deep cameo quality is present. But here's where it gets exciting: rare error pennies, high-grade certified coins, and special varieties can command prices like double die errors, $100 to $500 off, center strikes, $100 to $300 clipped planchet, $150 to $250 copper transitional planchet, up to $5,000 or more. And as of our latest research, a certified MS 70 red 1993 Lincoln penny sold at auction for a stunning $898.042, yes, nearly $900,000. That's the kind of price that turns a pocket change penny into a life-changing find. Segment 5, How to check if you have a valuable penny. If you want to start searching for valuable 1993 Lincoln pennies, here's what to do. Look for red uncirculated color. Coins that retain their bright copper color are more valuable. Check with a magnifying glass for doubling, off-center features, or unusual cuts. Weigh the coin. A normal 1993 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. If yours weighs more, it could be a rare copper planchet. Get it graded. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Certified coins fetch far higher prices at auction. Segment 6, Why collectors love the 1993 penny. Collectors love the 1993 penny because it's accessible, often overlooked, and yet holds hidden rarities that reward careful examination. It's the perfect blend of mystery, history, and potential profit, and it's waiting in your change jar, your drawers, your forgotten piggy banks. Conclusion, final thoughts. So, the next time you see a 1993 Lincoln penny, don't toss it aside, examine it closely. You might be holding a coin that's worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Remember, coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a journey through American history and a possible road to unexpected wealth. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on coin values, hidden gems, and insider market tips. Leave a comment below if you found a rare 1993 penny or have questions about your coin. We love hearing from our growing coin family. Until next time, this is RF Coins, signing off. Happy hunting, and may every penny lead you to gold. Today, oh yes, today we're diving deep into a coin that has shocked collectors with its hidden value, the 1996 Lincoln penny. Yes, friends, this is not just a regular copper-plated zinc cent. This penny, minted in Denver, might be worth a fortune, and most people have no idea. So sit tight, hit that like button, and stay with me as we uncover the history, the rare varieties, and the current market value of the 1996 Lincoln penny. Let's unlock the treasure sitting in plain sight, right here on RF Coins. Transition, close-up footage of 1996 penny. Narrator. Let's start from the very beginning. The year was 1996. The U.S. Mint in Denver struck over 6.5 billion Lincoln cents that year. Yes, that's billions with a B. So you're probably asking, how can a coin that common be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Here's the truth, most of them aren't. But a few special ones are, and those are the coins we collectors chase like gold. Segment, History and Background. Narrator. The Lincoln cent has been around since 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. It originally featured the wheat reverse until 1958, and then switched to the memorial design in 1959. The 1996 penny belongs to that memorial series, but what makes some 1996 pennies so valuable is not just history, it's about errors, varieties, and condition. Segment, what makes a 1996 D penny valuable? Narrator, collectors and dealers look for certain things when evaluating the value of a 1996 D penny. White heavy checkmark mint errors, like double die obverse, DDO, die cracks, off-center strikes, and even bubble plating. These errors can make a coin jump from 1 cent to hundreds or thousands. White heavy checkmark high-grade condition, a 1996 D penny in mint state 67 or higher can fetch a serious premium. In fact, some coins graded MS68RD, red designation, by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC have sold for over $850, sometimes crossing $1,000 at auctions. White heavy checkmark full red luster, if your penny still glows with that bright red copper shine, untouched by circulation, you could be looking at big money. Brown or red-brown coins? Still valuable, but less so than the full red beauties. White heavy checkmark striking details, clean rims, sharp edges, full facial features of Lincoln, and no post-mint damage. These increase desirability in the collector's market segment. Rare examples and auction sales. Narrator, let's talk about actual sales. In recent years, collectors have paid upwards of $898, yes, $898, for premium grade 1996 D Lincoln pennies. Here are a few examples. Moneybag 1 specimen graded MS68 red by PCGS sold for $898.04 at auction, almost 900 times its face value. Moneybag another penny with a die break error sold privately for over $500. Moneybag even circulated examples with strong errors can still bring in $50 to $200 depending on rarity and visibility. Segment, how to check your penny at home. Narrator, wondering if your penny is a goldmine? Here's what to do. Magnifying glass tilted left. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for any doubling on the date, letters, Liberty, or, In God We Trust. Sponge check the color. If your coin looks bright red, that's a plus. Straight ruler examine the rim and strike. A strong, bold rim with no dings or cuts is another good sign. Briefcase. And finally, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading if you believe it could be a high-grade specimen. Segment, tips for collectors and treasure hunters. Narrator, white heavy checkmark. Check your coin jars, piggy banks, old change boxes, and even rolls of pennies from the bank. White heavy checkmark. Look out for Denver mint marks. The small d, just below the date. White heavy checkmark by a coin microscope or use your smartphone with a macro lens to hunt errors. White heavy checkmark. Join online coin communities, forums, and follow RF Coins for daily updates. Segment, final thoughts and market insights. Narrator, the world of coin collecting is full of hidden treasures, and the 1996 D Lincoln penny is one of those surprise stories. Even though it's not as flashy as a gold coin or silver dollar, it proves that ordinary-looking coins can carry extraordinary value, if you know what to look for. The current market value for a top-tier 1996 D penny can reach up to $898.042, and that number is growing as demand for rare error coins and high-grade specimens continues to surge. So never underestimate the power of a single penny. It might just be your next payday. Closing scene with outro music. Narrator, thank you for watching this deep dive into the 1996 D Lincoln penny. If you learned something new, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss an episode. We are RF Coins, bringing you the best in coin history, rare coin news, and hidden gems from everyday change. Keep collecting, keep learning, and who knows, maybe your next penny is worth a fortune. This is RF Coins, signing off until next time. Clapperboard, fade out with RF Coins log. Could be worth a fortune. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because you never know, the next coin in your wallet might just be a jackpot. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of the 1996 Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. That's right, this little cent could be holding a shocking market value of over $898,042, depending on condition, errors, and mint origin. So buckle up, we're about to explore the history, design, mint varieties, rare errors, and of course, current collector market value of the 1996 Lincoln cent. This is not just a coin. It's a piece of American history, and a potential treasure. This is RF Coins, and today's treasure hunt begins right now. Part 1, Background and History. Let's start with a little history. The 1996 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Cent series, first introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. This series replaced the iconic wheat penny, and from 1959 to 2008, it featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a majestic tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. The obverse, or front, of the coin still displays the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner way back in 1909. That image has stood the test of time for over a century. By 1996, the Lincoln cent had become one of the most widely produced coins in U.S. history, but not all 1996 pennies are created equal. While billions were minted, a few rare varieties and errors from that year are highly sought after by collectors. And that is where the value skyrockets. Part 2, Mint Locations and Mint Marks. The 1996 Lincoln penny was minted at 3 primary locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, marked with a small d; San Francisco Mint, only for proof coins, marked with an S. Most 1996 pennies you find will be from the Philadelphia or Denver mints, with the Philadelphia Mint producing a whopping 6.6 billion coins, and Denver churning out 6.5 billion. But here's the secret: within those billions, a handful of error coins slipped through, and they are worth serious money today. And the proof coins from San Francisco? Those were never intended for circulation, but if you find one in the wild, hold on to it. Part 3, Valuable Varieties and Error Coins. Now this is the part you've been waiting for, the money makers. Let's talk about rare errors and valuable varieties of the 1996 Lincoln penny that can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even more, in auctions. Point 1. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1996 pennies were struck with a double die, meaning the design was impressed twice slightly out of alignment. Look for doubling in Lincoln's eye, mouth, or the word liberty and the date. These can be worth up to $1,000 or more depending on condition. Point 2. Off-center strikes. Coins that were misaligned during the strike, especially those off-center by 10% to 90%, are very collectible. A well-centered off-strike penny from 1996 can sell for $100 to $300, and if it's dramatically off-center with visible date, even more. Point 3. BIE error. This quirky little error shows up between the letters B and E in Liberty. It looks like a small letter, I. It's caused by a die break and can make your penny worth $10 to $50, or more in perfect condition. Point 4. Die cracks and cuds. Coins with cud marks, blobs of metal that result from broken dies, are worth watching out for. They can add unique value depending on size and location of the die break. Point 5. Wrong planchet error. Now here's the jackpot. If your 1996 penny was struck on a dime planchet or a foreign coin planchet by mistake, which has happened in the past, it could be worth thousands of dollars, especially if graded by PCGS or NGC. Part 4, Coin Grading and Value Today. So how much is your 1996 Lincoln penny worth today? Let's break it down by grade and type. Circulated common coins, 1 to 10 cents, still useful, but not collectible. Mint state, MS60 to MS63 $1 to $5. High grade, MS65 to MS68 $25 to $300. Proof coins, PR67 to PR70 $20 to $200, depending on quality. Rare errors or double dies, certified $100 to over $898,000. Yes, some extremely rare and authenticated major errors have sold for that much in auctions. According to the latest market activity, rare error coins from 1996 have been auctioned off at places like Heritage Auctions, eBay, and great collections for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and demand. Always remember, condition is king. If your penny has full details, no scratches, and is shiny with red luster, you're looking at the upper end of the price range. And if it has a rare error on top of that, you could be holding a true gem. Part 5, What to do if you find one. So what should you do if you think you found a rare 1996 Lincoln penny? Step 1, don't clean it, ever. Cleaning can reduce a coin's value dramatically. Step 2, examine it under magnification. Look for doubling, cuds, off-center strikes, or odd coloration or size. Step 3. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC if you believe it's something special. Step 4. Compare it with verified sales and auction records to get an idea of its market value. Step 5. Store it in a safe, dry place, ideally a coin capsule or 2x2 holder to protect it from damage. Closing. Call to action, and there you have it, the fascinating story, hidden details, and jaw-dropping value potential of the 1996 Lincoln penny. It's more than just 1 cent, it's a piece of art, a piece of American history, and for some lucky collectors, a life-changing find. So go check your pocket change, your piggy banks, your old coin jars. Who knows? That ordinary penny from 1996 might just be worth $898,042 or more. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to RF Coins, your home for rare coins, collecting tips, and stories that will amaze you. Drop a comment below if you have a 1996 penny, or if you've ever found a rare coin. We'd love to hear your stories and might feature them in a future video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and never underestimate the power of a penny. This is RF Coins, signing off. See you in the next hunt. Today, we're diving deep into the 2002 Lincoln penny. Yes, that tiny copper-coated coin sitting quietly in your pocket change could be worth far more than 1 cent. How much, you ask? How about a staggering $0.898.042 depending on condition, rarity, and error types? This is not just any penny, this is history in your hands, and today we explore its story, its hidden value, and why collectors are hunting for this exact coin all over the world. Get ready, because this journey through numismatic gold will absolutely blow your mind. So grab your magnifying glass, your favorite coin album, and let's go treasure hunting right here on RF Coins. Part 1, The History Behind the 2002 Lincoln penny. The year was 2002. The United States Mint was continuing production of the iconic Lincoln penny, a coin first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The D mint mark on this penny tells us it was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the major facilities of the U.S. Mint. That year, millions of these pennies were produced, over 3.4 billion, to be exact, but here's the catch: not all 2002 Lincoln pennies are created equal. Some have been hiding rare errors, pristine conditions, and high-grade details that make them insanely valuable in the collector's market. These aren't just coins, they are pieces of American heritage, wrapped in copper, traveling silently from hand to hand. Part 2, Design and Composition. Know your coin. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse side, we have the bold, timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. You'll also find the date 2002, and of course, the small but significant D mint mark just under the year. Flip it to the reverse side, and you'll see the image of the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 to replace the original wheat ears. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny representation of the statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial. That level of detail? Remarkable for such a small coin. The composition is 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change that was made in 1982 when the cost of copper got too high. But even with the new composition, the coin holds more value than you'd ever expect, if you know what to look for. Part 3, What makes the 2002 Lincoln penny so valuable? Here's where things get exciting. The 2002 Lincoln penny has been known to exhibit several error varieties, some of which fetch huge premiums on the market. Let's talk about a few of the most valuable. 1. Double die errors. This is when the coin was struck twice with a misaligned die. If you see any doubling in the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," or around Lincoln's profile, congratulations, you might have a rare error penny worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. 2. Off-center strikes. Coins that are struck off-center can command incredible prices, depending on how far off the image is. A 2002 penny with a 10% to 50% off-center strike in high condition can easily reach $200 to $500 or more. 3. Die cracks and cuds. Sometimes, old or broken dies create raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface. These are called die cracks and cuds, and collectors go crazy for them, especially if they're bold and clear. Point 4. High-grade examples. This is where serious money comes in. If your coin is in mint state, MS, condition, especially MS 67 or above, you could be looking at a value of over $500 or more. Some professionally graded coins have sold for nearly $900 or beyond, and yes, they were just regular pennies once. Part 4, Current Market Value and Trends. As of now, in today's market, a 2002 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is worth face value, 1 cent. But a penny in uncirculated, high mint state condition can bring in between $1 to $50, and with errors or top-quality grading, values can shoot up to $500, $700, or even over $898.042. As recently observed in online auction listings, collectors are constantly on the hunt for these high-grade or error coins. And as time passes and more pennies get damaged or lost, the rarer good-condition coins become, driving prices up. So yes, it's true, a coin you might find in your change jar could be worth almost $1,000. That's the magic of numismatics. Part 5, How to Find and Identify a Valuable Penny. Here's how you can find a rare 2002 penny. Search your change, especially older piggy banks, jars, and rolls from the bank. Look for full red color. That bright copper shine indicates it hasn't been circulated much. Use a magnifier to spot doubling, cracks, or off-center details. Consider grading. Coins professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC gain more value in the market. Stay informed, watch videos like this one from RF Coins to stay updated on trends and hot finds. Closing, call to action. So next time you see a 2002 Lincoln penny, don't toss it aside. Give it a second look. That little coin might be holding a big secret, and a bigger payday. Whether it's an error coin, a high-grade gem, or a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, you just might be sitting on a hidden treasure. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or just love the thrill of coin hunting, then hit that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another chance to learn about valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 2002 penny, especially with errors or in perfect condition. Share your story and join our community of passionate collectors. This is RF Coins, your favorite destination for coin collecting knowledge, and as always, happy hunting, and may your next penny be pure profit.